Banlist to Capote, and we're back after a long time of no videos. Just some stuff came up in my personal life. I'm not going to elaborate, but those of you who know me know what happened, and those of you who don't, if you ask, I'll answer. But you don't need to know. I don't know. It's whatever. Stuff happened, but now I'm back, and what other way to be back than to to show off the new deck profile for the hero deck, for the new ban list. The ban list, it sucked, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they hit Needle Fiber, which was great. But Mystic Mind's still a thing. Super Poly's still at 3. Tier, which is the best deck, got no hits whatsoever. But they hit Ronin Totem. Oh my goodness, because Sprite was the problem, right? Anyway, let's get onto the deck profile. So this is gonna be a more short version of the deck profile. I'm just gonna show the cards and then not really give an explanation on why I put them in, why the ratios are the way they are. If you want to see that video, which gives a more in-depth explanation, explains all my choices. For those of you who really want to know why and why I think these ratios and these cards are good for the meta, just, I don't know, check the link in the description down below, and we'll see you there. Anyway, let's get started. So first off, we are starting off with 3 copies of Elemental Hero Stratos. Stratos is insane. He is not once per turn, and now with Crosskeeper, it matters all the more, because if you see even 3 of these and 1 Crosskeeper, or maybe not 3, but 2 of these and 1 Crosskeeper, that means you get 2 Strato procs, a Stratos procs, or maybe even a Shadow Mist, or I don't know. It's just really good. Then we're 2 Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist is a good search, and he gets you Mass Change, which is really important, and Crosskeeper lets you do that really easily now. And there's other ways to do it, but Crosskeeper is the easiest way, I think. Then 1 Liquid Soldier. This is for the Sunrise plays, and for the resource loop that you can get by using him and to summon Sunrise, or Absolute Zero, depending on what the situation calls for. 1 Denier, because he gets you back your Malicious. And you don't need more than 1 because he just stays in the graveyard. And once he's in the graveyard, you don't really need more than 1 copy because it's just useless. Then 2 Malicious, because we can only play 2. If he were at 3, we'd be playing 3. 1 Dark Angel. So one thing I really like about Dark Angel is that Super Poly, Dark Ruler no more, Mystic Mine even. They all lose to this card if you're going first. And if you're going second, then you could just use this as discard or to fuse into DP. So it's like, whatever. It's also really good against just normal spell tracks. Runix just dies to this guy unless they flip Skill Drain, which is like, yeah, whatever, you have Skill Drain, but then you can pop it with other things, which is like, ooh. Then we have 1 increase. I think 1 increase is correct. In the current hero deck profile, you don't really need the Vision Hero stuff, and if you did, and like if you don't, even if you open the increase, you can put him in the graveyard and just use him that way, which is usually it goes past turn 2 because heroes can stall out sometimes. Then Vision Hero Ferris, 3 of him because he's really good, even though increase isn't. And like again, it's good, but like if you don't use it, you don't use it, Then 2 Vion, because Vion's really good. Also, it searches your Poly, and dumps anything that you need in the graveyard to the graveyard. Then we have 3 Crosskeeper. The reason I'm playing 3 Crosskeeper and not like 2 or 1 like other people say is because I think that with the ability to summon Dark Angel and with the ability to do DPE and Dark Law on the first turn, you should be doing that because Dark Law basically kills tier. It doesn't kill Sprite, does it? Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't kill Sprite, but it really hurts it. And then you also get the resource, the advantage, like the resources from it, but with the draw 2, shuffle 1 back into the deck, right? So whenever you summon Sunrise, getting the Liquid Soldier draws and these draws, it helps you dig for an out or a starter if you need one, which is really important. And also it's just a free body on the field whenever you like late game. If you need just another way to get a monster on the field, you could use this to do it because you can summon from graveyard as well as from hand, even though the effects are negated. It'd be so much better if it could just summon from graveyard. This card would be definitely played at 3 if it could do that. But I think it's a good 3 of because like I said, opening that Dark Law and being able to get into your Dark Angel, it just wins you a lot of games, especially because they can't Dark Ruler, they can't what's it called? They can't um Dark Ruler, they can't Mystic Mine, they can't play Super Poly, they can't do any of the normal outs most deck has in the format, and because of that, I think being able to get Dark Law and Dark Angel on the field is really important. And yeah, that's my way of doing it. Then one Destiny Hero Plasma, because this card is still really good. It's still really good. If you're not playing against Sprite or what's it called, or Tier Elements, then Plasma is still a great option. Like you could just, it's good to have both, I think. Then one Adjusted Gold and one Honest Neos. This to win battle phase, and this to just as a comeback mechanic, honestly. Then we're playing two Poly. Now this might be different. The reason that I play two Poly is because that way I don't have to play what's it called? Wonder Driver. I think this way it's not better. I don't actually. I think right now it is better just because we're playing Super Poly in the main deck. But it's just another way of continuing your plays. Usually, if you needed it, you would get the what's it called, the Wonder Driver, and then set back the Poly, and then go on with your plays. But this way, it's just less resource intensive. All it takes is just finding Vion and getting a way to summon him, or even yeah, it's just a lot easier that way. Then the newly unlimited Fusion Destiny is we're playing it at 3 because this card is insane. It starts all your plays. It's good on it's good on turn 3 or turn 2. It's just amazing. And if you want to bait out all your opponent's stuff with like your Stratoses, your Vions, you can just go like, I have this. And yeah, then 3 Super Poly. I think this card is necessary in Heroes. At least right now. Tier Elements is insane right now, and they lose. They don't lose to this card, but it really hurts them because you can activate it whenever. They can't respond to it, and it basically just fuses their stuff. As long as you don't use their Kid Kalos or their Kaleido Heart, I think it'll. Actually, you can't use their Kaleido Heart, but as long as you don't use their Kit Kalos, I think you'll be fine using this, and it's just it gets you a card as well, which is important, especially if it's a negate like Draco Stapelia or a way to protect yourself like Mud Dragon of the Swamp. Then 3 Mass Change because Mass Changes gets you Dark Law. 1 Called By because Called By is at 1 and it is insane. 1 Dark Calling to get you into your Bane. 3 A Hero Lives. Hero Lives is a way to get you into your anything. It gets you Stratos, which gets you into anything. So if you need a starter, you get into Stratos. If you don't need a starter, you go into Dark Law. The only thing is that I also really like A Hero Lives because it can get you into your Dark Law and DPE before 5 summons, which is important because I think a lot of people are going to start maining Nibiru again, which sucks. And like, honestly, I might play Cross out because of that, but who knows? I don't think I will because I think it's going to be hard to put Cross out in this, even if it's just like the 3 Cross out and Nibiru. I don't know. But then 1 Rhoda because Rhoda is crazy. 1 Miracle Fusion because you can search it with Sunrise. 1 Harpy's Feather Duster as the Labyrinth and Mystic Mine main deck out that isn't going first and doing Dark Angel. And then 1 D-Force. D-Force is actually really good. It's an auto win against a lot of decks, and I would play more of this if there was more space, but there isn't. And honestly, I think Dark Law is better than Plasma right now because all the tiers trigger in the graveyard. So, yeah. And then as for the extra deck, first we're going into 2 DPE because you can make it really easy the second time, and that way you don't have to go through all the trouble of like, if they banish it, you're not screwed, which is, I think, really important. Then 1 Garura, and for the Super Poly targets, we have 1 Garura, 1 Draco Stapelia, and 1 Mud Dragon. This is to protect your own things from targeting, which heroes don't have. This is for interruptions during your opponent's turn, and this is for Sprite, because all sprites are the same stuff, and you could basically use their Giant and their Elf, and then make that, and they're like, what do I do? And they can't respond to it with Toad, so 1 Malicious Bane, because Bane is crazy. 1 Sunrise for the resource loop, as well as just having a starter or an extender, or even just getting a body on the field. One absolute zero because you get that off the miracle fusion. One acid in case your opponent has a back row deck and you have mass change, and the absolute zero. Two cross crusader because cross crusader is necessary in the deck, and I think two is a good number. Three honestly might be good as well. I might take out the Dread Decimator for a third Cross Crusader, but I think Dread Decimator does come up sometimes, especially when you're going for game off of a very low resource, uh, low impact board. Then one Mass Hero Blast because this gets rid of Mystic Mine, which is really cool. You can actually, if you already have it on the field, so if you're like stuck with nothing and you have a Stratos on field and you know your opponent plays Mystic Mine, you can just mass change the Stratos, wait through. Actually, no, it doesn't, because they can just activate it again. But it outs a lot of trap cards that are really annoying and helps you clear their board before they do anything. It doesn't out Mystic Mine. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just tired. Lots of things have happened. Sorry, guys. But then 2 Dark Law. I don't think 3 is the best because, like, most of the time you're not gonna be finding 3 mass change, and if you do, you're like, damn, what the hell did I get myself into? But yeah, 2 Dark Law. Dark Law I think is the main win condition against the meta right now, especially since the meta is basically just tier. Everything else is like not really worth playing right now. I don't know with all the new sets coming out. I don't know what's gonna rise to the top, but as it stands right now, tier is the best deck, uncontested. Sprite is close second, and then all the other decks are just there. But yeah, that's it for the deck profile. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you agree or disagree with anything I said, please let me know in the comments so we can have a discussion. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked the video, please leave a like, maybe subscribe, and if you want, ring the notification bell for more videos. I'll see you guys later. I hope you have a great day.